internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. It has been less than 24 hours since Trump announced their crypto reserve for America. And we are going to see other nations start announcing their reserves as well. And the best part is, these are just crypto reserves that they're going to be hoarding. Don't forget the utility that some of these digital assets deliver. And the utility that XRP delivers on a mass scale is jaw-dropping. And only a few individuals will understand that. And in today's video, we're going to cover why the XRP and Escrow will never be seen by retail. And that is currently 38.1 billion is in escrow. And if we go to the list, you guys could see it right here. We have 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion, 5 billion, 4.6 billion, and it adds up to 38.1 billion. And outside of that, you still have, Ripple holding a couple more billion, give or take 6 billion outside of its escrow. And then you have individuals like Chris Larson holding over 2 billion XRP, along with other individuals like Arthur Brito. And this is just to show you that there isn't a lot of people holding XRP out there. The number is very small. If I were to give you a rough number on how many people on this planet actually hold a decent amount of XRP that will be life-changing for them within the next 2 to 3 years, it's gonna be around, give or take, 100,000 people on this planet, maybe 150,000 people. And trust me, that number is very small. It is a very, very small percentage of us. And you could just kind of go based off of how much my YouTube videos, get views. Remember, I've always used that as a metric, and I've always used that as other people's metrics as well. If you go check other YouTubers and where they only talk about XRP, we've always consistently had about 10,000, 15,000, 10,000, 20,000 on good days, 10,000 consistent reviews. And those are the people that are accumulating and have been for a very, very long time. So there's less than 150,000 people on this planet that are actually going to make life-changing money. And everybody that has tuned into this episode, we're pioneers. We are pioneers, and this is going to be a very, very informative video. So I highly recommend you sit back, you relax, and you do not want to miss, again, a second of this. David Schwartz gave us a huge, I can't believe he tweeted this. Before I get into the whole escrow, we got clips by Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, very informative video. I just cannot believe how big this thing is actually going to get. He made this tweet, which is absolutely enormous, because this is very bullish in terms of the XRP Ledger meme coins. And remember, I've been saying this for a very long time. They're watching. People at Ripple, you don't think the XRP, if we go on to the list of the top 5 meme coins, this first meme coin, I'll tell you right now, is a scam. It is a scam. It is a scam. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, I have done my case study. This is not me trying to put any project down. It is a scam. There is no community there. It is a complete scam. Besides that, this is how we should be looking at it. Okay, so Army first, Phoenix second, Bear third, and Salute fourth. So we are top 5 right now, and we are still at ground zero. And I just want to make a very, very bold comment here. There's a few individuals out there that say, you lost me at memes. I stopped watching when you started talking about meme coins. Please unsubscribe. I'm asking you nicely, because you are completely brain dead. And I'm going to call you an imbecile. You got to be a complete moron to not understand where this crypto ecosystem is going, especially the memes on the XRP ledger. You have the SEC coming out a couple days ago stating that meme coins are not securities, and they gave the green light. This is coming from the SEC. the SEC, the same individuals that sued Ripple and are still ongoing for like 4 years. These are the same people that came out and said right away that, you know, these meme coins are not securities and there's a green light. If anybody wants to do it, you could do it. That means that these banks are going to come here and participate in this meme coin ecosystem. You do understand that, right? This kind of statement from the SEC, like, this is not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It may seem like a joke to you guys because it's a meme and every single meme has rugged, but you do understand that what we are doing on the XRP ledger and what Salute is doing is completely going to change the game, especially where we're headed towards and the value of XRP appreciating over time and the yield opportunity with SLT and XRP, which we are working on behind the scenes. We are at ground zero. What don't you understand? Okay, like, it blows my mind. And listen, if that sounds harsh, listen, it's pure love. Okay, you got to wake up. Like, the fact that David is even out here talking about the meme coins on the XRP ledger, right? And if to pretty much sum it all up, he's bullish on XRP ledger meme coins, okay? But he says that, you know, there is obviously a risk associated with it. With everything else in life, there's always a risk associated with it. But the individuals that miss out on First Ledger meme coins getting at ground zero, that's okay. I've gotten so much hate on XRP for a very long time, years. And all I said was time will settle everything. And the smart ones will see it and understand that the whole ecosystem for the XRP ledger memes is less than 250 million, while you have Solana, Coinbase, base memes all over in the billions. Okay, Solana, billions. And soon you're going to see a huge capital inflow to the meme coins on the XRP ledger. And if you guys want to participate at ground zero, the link is in the description down below. Join Telegram and everything you need is there. There's also a how to buy video on the First Ledger website. If you guys go on it, the link is in the description down below and you go down to getting started. Okay. You could also skip this part, but I'm going to bring this to your attention because this is an opportunity. And like I said, the smart ones will see it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So now let's get into, you know, what is pretty much a pivotal moment, and people are not trying to understand or wrap their head around this, which blows my mind. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to show you an individual from Ripple, and then we're going to get the show started. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, BitUnex, the link is in the description down below. Do not miss out on a long $2, $3, $4, $5. We still have that trade open. Okay, it was up about 1,000% yesterday. It is down. I'm still holding this. I'm going to add more to it. We're seeing volatility today, but it will bounce back, and I'm confident that within the next couple days, we are going to see a reversal coming up and trying to test the $3 mark again, and then just pierce through this bad boy. Okay, just pierce through it. So listen to what was said by W. Oliver Segovia. He is the senior director at Ripple, and the fact that he mentioned this, and then we'll go to his background. You know what? Let's cover the background first. Okay, so he's been working at Ripple for 2 years, senior director, head of products, marketing, payments, custody, and stablecoin. Previously, he worked at trillion-dollar companies. Trillion-dollar companies. Coinbase is going to be a trillion-dollar company 100%. Like, come on, guys. There's no arguing that. If you're going to argue with me, if you disagree with me, you're so brain dead. It's absolutely insane. Okay, Google, $1 trillion company, work there. Facebook, $1 trillion company. Do you see the individuals that are coming on board, right? Like, this is monumental. Also, take into note that he went to Harvard. Okay, so this is just one of dozens, if not hundreds of individuals that are with Ripple with this kind of resume, right? Go ahead and smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And now let's continue on to what he said. This was January. 90% of our business is outside the United States. After being relatively quiet for the past 3 years in the US for Ripple payments, we're geared up to announce new product updates powered by our money transmitter licenses. You have to put that in there because it's very important. Remember, we cover MTLs, we cover Y, Hedera, Algorand, XLM. Nowhere to be found are there money transmitter licenses. You could go search it for yourself. We did it in the past, we couldn't find it. And they're talking about how their MTLs will cover the majority of the US states. And again, nothing's been announced yet. This is like a little warning call. Can you imagine what we're about to witness? And you heard David Schwartz in the beginning, right? That was just a little teaser, but we got a nice little over 3-minute video of him talking about this. And you need to understand this when I say a $2 trillion market cap for XRP is going to happen 100%. It's going to happen 100% because remember what I said about it's all about liquidity. Let's just listen to this first. This is Daniel Eden. Just listen to him again. You guys have heard this before, but I haven't played this in a very long time. Just listen to what he says here.
If you think about the number of different currencies and how much liquidity needs to be available to make those transactions, it becomes less and less efficient.
And liquidity is sort of the secret sauce to making that work.
Because there simply often isn't enough liquidity there. And when I say liquidity, what I mean is depth of the market. It means that if I want to now send, 100 Swiss francs, maybe I'll find 100 Swiss francs for for pounds. Maybe I'll find a counterparty. But if I want to send 100 million, I may not find a counterparty. So there isn't enough liquidity, maybe between Swiss francs and pounds, for me to send $100 million every day. But there may be more liquidity if we pool all of our liquidity into one type of currency. Once you pool all that liquidity, you can create more efficient pricing structures.
And I want to cover just that depth and liquidity so you guys understand. So liquidity is pretty much, it refers to how easily an asset can be bought or sold in a market without affecting the price significantly. And then we have market depth. Market depth is like a measure of the market's ability to sustain relatively large market orders, right? Like to fulfill big billion-dollar orders if needed, big billion-dollar transactions without impacting the price of that asset. Depth is often visualized as like the order book showing various buy and sell orders at different prices. And a market with a deep order book has a large volume of buy and sell orders at various price levels, indicating a healthy market, right? So all the participants can execute large transactions without minimal slippage. And remember, it's not just cross-border payments. It's so much value coming on to these new systems, okay? And now take a listen to what David Schwartz says here.
As far as what I meant, so there's a specific quote that's kind of annoying to me because it's been repeated by many people taking out of context. But let me be, so to be very clear about what I was saying in the quote that I was talking about, the cost of XRP doesn't directly impact the cost of a payment. So in other words, if I want to buy something from you and the value of that thing is, let's say it's the equivalent to $1 million US. Like the amount of XRP, the price of XRP is going to determine if I'm going to pay you an XRP. The price of XRP will determine how much XRP I have to give you, but it won't make the payment any cheaper or more expensive, right? If the price of XRP is very high, I'll give you fewer XRP, but it'll cost me more to get them. And if the price is low, I'll have to give you a lot of XRP, but I paid less for each one. So there's no such thing as like cheap XRP making payments cheap or expensive XRP making payments expensive. And that's the point that I was trying to make there, that the price of XRP doesn't determine whether payments are cheap or expensive. But what does happen is, in general, the higher the sort of market cap of the asset, it's not so much the price per unit, but the market cap, does impact the ability to use the asset for payment. So for example, let's say I wanted to buy a house that was worth $1 million USD and I wanted to use Bitcoin to do it, right? Back when Bitcoin was like $100, you couldn't realistically use Bitcoin to pay $1 million because the market didn't have enough liquidity. Like if I wanted to buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin back then, I would have pushed the price up. And then when I gave the $1 million worth of Bitcoin to you, let's say to buy your house, when you go to sell those, you would push the price down. So you would take a loss on the buy and I would take a loss on the sell, and that would make the payment suck for both of us. But today, I can buy $1 million worth of Bitcoin without moving the market, and you can sell $1 million worth of Bitcoin without moving the market. So it's not so much the price, it's more the market cap, but really it's not quite like a higher price tends to mean a higher market cap, and a higher market cap tends to mean higher liquidity. It's really more like the sort of availability of liquidity that determines how easily you can use an asset for payments when you don't have closed loops. Obviously, if you have closed loops of the assets, we'd all love to see everyone in the Bitcoin space and the XRP space and the Ether space. If you see it for payments, you want to see closed loops. Like I want to get paid in XRP. I want to pay my landlord in XRP. I want to pay my electric bill in XRP. Then I'm happy to receive. Then we don't, then it doesn't matter what liquidity there is because you're strictly in the asset. But in the short term, before you can get to those closed loops, you're going to have open loops. Like maybe I can get Ripple to pay me in XRP, but then I can hold, and maybe I really like holding XRP. Let's say I love holding XRP. So yeah, I'd like Ripple to pay me in XRP, so I'm holding XRP as soon as Ripple pays me. But then when I have to pay, for groceries, my grocery store is not going to take XRP yet. So I have an open loop, and I need some liquidity in order to be able to buy my groceries. Now, if there's not a lot of liquidity and it's very difficult for me to convert my XRP into dollars, then that open loop system doesn't work. And so the price of XRP doesn't matter to this, right? Ripple might pay me more or less XRP. I might need more or less to pay my bills, but it doesn't matter. The system works just as well. A cheap XRP isn't meaningful there. But what is meaningful is how expensive or how much it cost me to sort of convert. And especially for big payments, like if you want to make $1 million payment, it has to be that $1 million buy or sell of XRP doesn't move the market a lot, because if you move the market, it's always going to be against you, right? Moving the market always means it's going to cost you more to buy, or you're going to get less when you sell. So if you're moving the market, it's going to effectively a tax. So what I was saying in that quote is that XRP being low in price doesn't make it better for payments. In fact, it probably leads to a smaller market cap and less liquidity, which makes it worse for payments.
And you know by now that the whole XRP banks and having depth is very, very important. So in order for XRP to be widely adopted by banks and financial institutions, especially for cross-border transactions, it needs to ensure it has sufficient depth and liquidity. This goes for all the assets. That is why we say XRP is the clear winner, because it has all the metrics. There's so many pillars to this when they're looking to apply this technology to their current infrastructures. Banks deal with large sums of money, and when they enter or exit positions, they require assurance that their transactions won't cause significant market disruptions. Remember, this is going to be running every single day. This is going to be a non-stop system, right? So a deep and liquid market for XRP would provide this assurance, making it a viable option for these institutions. It's like a no-brainer. Depth and liquidity also contribute to risk management, which is crucial when you're dealing with regulated infrastructures, utilizing your technology, utilizing your asset. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below
about recent innovations in payments. We're going to focus the conversation on payments, but I thought it'd be useful to kick us off, and Chris, I'll turn to you, to just go back to the early days of XRP, Ripple, and I want to walk through a quick kind of evolution of thinking of how you thought about payments from those early days and how you're thinking about them now, and the two of you can tag team on that one. But over to you, Chris.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having us today. Sorry I can't be there in person, but great to see you both. So yeah, this is now going on about 12 years, since the earliest days of digital assets. Bitcoin had sort of been out there, but not well known at that time. I don't know, I think it may have been trading for $1 at that time. But there was a group of very, very smart cryptographers who I got involved with, who saw the innovation of Bitcoin, were super excited about it because it was the first decentralized currency that we've ever had in the world. But we're bothered by some of the aspects of it that we continue to see today, the enormous use of energy it takes to validate transactions. So we thought we could build a better Bitcoin. That was sort of what inspired that team early on. I'd say going back to the earliest days, though, I think it was nothing more than the world should have a non-governmental currency that's online that can reach anywhere on the planet. I don't think it was where we are today, which is really targeting cross-border payments, for example, and payments in general. It was more of a broader idea that it would be a good thing for the world to have a non-governmental currency that wasn't controlled by anybody. And that's sort of where the broadest notion of the industry went, which I think is a very powerful thing. And of course, the foundation of everything else that comes from that.
They're trying to create a level playing field. And let's play this video by Brad Garlinghouse to set the tone. And then we are going to come back with factual information. We're going to go over 6 points, which you will not disagree with. And I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, because it's very bullish that the fact that Ripple pre-mined 100 billion XRP, right? Since inception, they had that vision. That is why no XRP can be created whatsoever going forward. Take a listen to Brad, and we will be right back with the points.
As if we are successful in what we are doing in driving XRP as a solution to solving liquidity problems, and this is there's $27 trillion around the world parked in what are called Nostro accounts. These are the accounts that other banks and payment providers use for liquidity. It's $27 trillion. This is dormant capital. At worst, it's capital that sits in another currency that might be inflationary, and I as a bank don't even want it there. But there's $27 trillion sitting out there. If we can use a very efficient digital asset like XRP to improve the efficiency of that and reduce the need to pre-fund $27 trillion, you can really change the nature of a bank's profitability. I will, at some personal peril, I will either be a liar or lucky, to Joey's point earlier about anybody who thinks they can predict the timing of the markets. The one thing I would say about what's going on in the crypto markets, it's important, I think, for everybody to realize that until very recently, institutional money, and what I mean by that is, kind of traditional fiduciary money, where you're managing other people's money, has not entered the crypto markets. One of the things that's interesting to see, Ripple, because we own 60% of the XRP, when people want to buy XRP in size, they come to us. And so we see institutions come to us.
Well said, Brad. Financial institutions coming to us. And a lot of NDAs, a lot of XRP probably locked up, waiting for institutions to flood in. Why Ripple escrows XRP? Number 1, price stability. Number 2, predictable supply. Number 3, long-term planning. 4, partnership assurance. 5, trust and credibility. And number 6, reduced market manipulation. First, price stability. By placing a significant amount of XRP in escrow, it reduces the potential for sudden large sell-offs that could cause price volatility. Can you imagine that in a new financial infrastructure where XRP is handling trillions of dollars? This helps provide a more stable trading environment for investors and users. By having a portion of XRP locked in escrow, banks can feel more secure in using XRP for various financial services. Go ahead and smash that like button, because Ethereum, Bitcoin, the safety, that harness isn't there. And remember what Augustine always says, BitBoy 2.0, he talks about price stability, right? Always. This predictability can be advantageous for banks when using XRP for liquidity management and cross-border payments, as it reduces the risk of sudden price fluctuations that could impact the cost of transactions. You do not want that, okay? And predictable supply. The escrow system releases a predetermined amount of XRP tokens each month, creating a predictable supply schedule.
This transparency can instill confidence among investors, partners, and users as they can anticipate the future availability of XRP, and that's what the banks want, okay? Long-term planning. The escrow system enables Ripple to plan for its ecosystem growth and development more effectively. With a controlled supply of XRP, they can manage partnerships, projects, and that's why they bought Matico, right? And other initiatives without significant concerns about the market fluctuations caused by sudden large token releases. And we bring up Matico because they bought it with their cash, but given the time horizon and what's coming down the pipeline, if they know what's going to happen, if they know they're going to generate a lot of revenue from XRP, this is going to be pocket change of them acquiring Matico, okay? Partnership assurance. Ripple's escrow can give potential partners and financial institutions more confidence in collaborating with Ripple. The controlled release of XRP tokens through escrow show a commitment to maintaining a stable and reliable digital asset. This commitment could foster stronger partnerships between banks and Ripple, facilitating further innovation and collaboration with the financial industry. Trust and credibility. An escrow system can enhance Ripple's reputation by demonstrating responsible token management practices. It showcases a commitment to market stability and responsible use of XRP. This can instill confidence in banks, investors, and regulatory authorities that Ripple is actively working to maintain the stability of the XRP market. And that's why I always stress this, and I can't stress this enough. There's going to be a moment where XRP has a kaboom moment. It just skyrockets to $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, and that price will be maintained given the liquidity and given the volume that is going through the corridors, okay? It's 100% happening, folks, 100%. The math makes sense, and everything we cover on this channel, it just logically makes sense. Reduced market manipulation. The escrow system can help reduce the potential for market manipulation as large amounts of XRP are locked away and released in a controlled manner. By having a portion of XRP locked in escrow, banks can feel more secure in using XRP for various financial services. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There isn't many XRP out there. If you're holding on to XRP, you will be rewarded handsomely. Not financial advice, but this is going to be absolutely crazy. Don't worry about the XRP in escrow. It's actually a very, very bullish thing. Look at it from a banker's perspective and not an immature investor. This is huge. There's a reason why XRP was all pre-mined. There's a reason why every government entity is working with Ripple 100%, directly or indirectly. The proof is in the pudding. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we will be back with another video.
It started with a vision, now it's spreading wide. SLT's the token, it's our Degen pride. 24 hours crypto, leading the call. Bringing XRP believers, united we stand tall. First ledger's on fire, trades like the scene. SLT's the movement, power in the dream. From the memes to the moon, we're making it real. 100 XRP, that's the deal. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. This ain't just a token, it's a battle cry. For those who know, XRP will fly high. Salute is the name, SLT the ticker. First ledger's buzzing, trades getting quicker. Building the future, brick by brick. In a world powered by Ripple, the vision will stick. We're more than a meme, it's a movement strong. XRP believers, let's prove them wrong. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to 100 destiny. 24 hours crypto, the captain of the crew. SLT's the anthem, for the bold and true. Through the dips and the pumps, we stand and fight, believing in the ledger. in the dawn's bright light. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to hunt a destiny. So raise your SLT, let the world hear the sound. XRP believers, we're ripple bound. From the memes to the charts, the vision is clear. Salute to the future, the time is near. I salute you, you salute me. Together in XRP we believe. From the trenches to the skies we see. XRP to hunt a destiny.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.